Gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. I am Brandon Gordon Gabb of GabGames.com, founder and owner. GabGames.com of Gab Games Entertainment and Gab Games Shop, also of Gab Games. Uh, so, 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 this is The Sims 4 by Maxis. And it's been pretty cool. This stream of The Sims 4 by Maxis, presented by GabGames.com, is rated TVMA, mature audience. Because I curse, say things like fuck, shit, damn, and bitch. And if you can't hear that, turn that off right now. Why? Because I'm about to rant about this bitch. What bitch? My daughter's mother. Okay. Just got in from work. It's almost 9. Got in from work at like 8:30, 8:20. Ate a little bit. Quick little meal. Getting my Mr. Rogers on right now. Kicking off the shoes. Trying to get out the work clothes. So, let's talk about this bitch. So, I'm on my way home. She calls me. She's like, we need to talk. I'm like, what the fuck is this bitch need to talk about, right? She like, oh, your daughter, your daughter joined the bowling team and all. And they gonna do these like fundraisers. I'm like, here's my problem with these fundraisers. They happen on the weekend. Like, I know, like, it helps with her. She's bowling though. She's on the bowling. Like, bowling shoes, a bowling ball, and maybe a bowling shirt, right? A team shirt for the jerseys. How much could that really cost that you need these kids to go work at a bowling alley for free? Talk about a discount. Not only do you want them to work there for free, but then you still want us to buy shit from y'all. That is such a big problem for me. So I've been trying to be cool about it and all that shit. I'm like, be cool, be cool. But yeah, that wasn't what pissed me off. I had to express myself. I'm like, okay, here's my problem, man. You get her 5 days a week. The school get her 5 days a week. I only have 2 days, and that's the weekend. I don't like the fact that this shit impedes on my weekend. Like, the school have her more than I do. So that's a problem for me. And instead of her saying, I hear your concerns, she's like, it's not our fault that you only get her on the weekends. And that blew me the fuck up. Because, bitch, excuse my language, everybody, it is your fault. When I was working, doing factory work, I used to pick my daughter up from school because it's on the way home. I pick her up from school, I take her home, I help her with her homework. If they have anything in the house, I'll feed her. If not, I'll try to buy something. I'll cook something or I'll try to buy something. One day, I told y'all this story yesterday. We got done with homework, she ate, and I fell asleep on the fucking couch. And
Torka!
she came in and she like, no, you gotta go. I'm not coming home to a man that I'm not with sleeping on my couch. I'm like, okay, that's respectful. But she started throwing a bitch fit. Why are you picking her up from school? Why are you doing this? Like, that's what I'm supposed to do. I got time to pick her up. You know, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do as a father. She told the school I couldn't pick her up anymore. I'm like, okay, whatever. You know? And then she wanted to dictate what weekends I could see her, and then, oh, you can only see her on Sundays. Like, I ain't got time for that no more. So, I'm like, how dare you fix your mouth to say that lie when you're the reason I don't pick her up from school anymore. She's like, I don't want to hear none of that shit, and hung up. I'm venting to y'all because this is my safe place. Right? This is my safe place. It's where I feel I can speak my mind. Hopefully I don't get judged too bad. And, you know, I could just speak freely. Is the kid asleep? The kid is not asleep. What time is it? 8:45. Why aren't you in bed? What are you doing outside? Right? So, what happened? She hung up. And this is how I know I matured as a person, as a man. Like, it's so much I could call back and yell at her about and call all types of bitches and shit. What would it help? You know? Like, the first thing she said when it's not my fault, you know, that you can't pick her up after school, she tried to blame the fact that I don't have a car. I had to remind her, I'm like, where do you live? You ain't told me where you live. So what you mean it's not your fault? You intentionally want to be a jerk. How is it not your fault? You got shit to do. I know you got hungry. You got to do that. You ain't did. So I'm like, how is it not your fault? But she hung up or whatever. I didn't do shit but just go on a rant on the train. She was all types of bitches on that train. Motherfuckers had to be looking at me like I was crazy. Like, oh, this motherfucker's nuts. You know? But I didn't call her back. I didn't text her back. I didn't do none of that shit. I'm not here to argue no more. I'm a grown ass man. If you want to live in misery, live in misery. But it won't be me. I'm not contributing to that. She haven't matured. It's a bother for me. Like, you still can't admit that you're the problem at this point. When I do what I'm supposed to as a father, it's a problem for you. You know? Like, it's what I'm supposed to do. Nothing more, nothing less. Just me doing my duty. I said duty. Haha. But just me doing my duty as a man, as a father. Bothers you. You can't, right, like, you can't even admit that you're the reason I don't do what you just suggested I should do. You know what I mean? Like, you're the reason I don't. You can't even admit that. So I know you haven't matured. The lack of maturity is a problem for me. You doing your goddamn homework? What about you? You doing your goddamn homework? Right, like that lack of maturity is a problem. Then I guess, you know, like I told her, my daughter could miss this weekend of this shit. You know, because here's the problem. She joined the bowling team. Every blue moon they want them to come work at the bowling alley for 2 to 3 hours. Not pay them for discount on supplies, on bowling materials, whatever supplies they need. Like, that sounds like slave labor to me. And she already goes to an all-white school. You know, the majority of everybody is white. Not to be racist or anything, but motherfucker, I know slavery when I hear slavery. Here, work off this debt, which isn't even there yet. You know, work this job to get a discount on this shit that you still gotta pay for. Where the hell does that make any sense in any world? Like a bowling shirt, bowling shoes, and a bowling ball? Shit, I could pay cash for that. I don't need my daughter to be out on a Friday night working at the bowling alley from 7 to 10. What the fuck type of shit is that? What type of parent would I be if I let that happen?
Mac?
The family that plays together stays together. That's the problem. They're both smart.
Mac.
They're not mentally stimulating each other. But it's like, you know, who the fuck, what the fuck, you just gonna wanna, you know, on a Friday night, 7 to 10, she 14 years old. What the fuck she doing outside her house at 10 o'clock? She don't even be outside her house at 10 o'clock when she's with me and we do shit on the weekend.
Zappa.
You know, like we don't even. It just don't make sense to me. That's all. It's a big problem for me. And the fact that she can't be a fucking adult about it. Goddamn problem for me. Right? Like you can't admit that the reason that I don't do that shit that I used to do is because you made it difficult for me to do. That's how I know that she hasn't matured. Nothing more, nothing less. That's how I know she hasn't matured. Because it's your own damn, it's your own damn problem that you created. Nobody else but you created that problem.
Get it, boo. Chipoma. Mister.
So the fact that she got a problem with the bed she made and want to blame me, I got big issues.
Good news.
Oh, trust me. For a good hour, she been all types of bitches. This is the comments I've been about it. Wait, we just fed you.
Oh. Amu. Lurk. Oh, yucky. Oh, no.
For the past hour, she been all types of bitches. And I thought I was past that so much. Like, at least I'm not going back and forth arguing with her.
Ventra.
And to show how petty she is, she took my daughter's phone from me. So when my normal call at 8:30, when I called my daughter, all of a sudden the phone did. This is what I'm dealing with. This is what I deal with on a daily basis. Not daily, but this is what I deal with when it comes to her. This bitch make you not want to ever be in another relationship. But every woman ain't her. Thank the Lord. Thank the motherfucking Lord that every woman isn't her. If they were, I'd be in trouble. If they were, I'd be gay. Not really, but you know what I mean. I just say that to say shit. And the motherfucker's like, what? But nah.
Yipsy.
Honestly, what I love about women so much, they're so soft. They smell so good. Like, I don't know, it's something about a good woman. A good woman to improve you. Like, for example, there's this one chick I've been talking about the past few days that I want to marry, right? And she made me want to be a better person. For me, for my daughter, for her. Don't tell her I said for her. She already got enough power over me.
Zippy.
Ah. I know what we're doing. So, a good woman just makes me better. One conversation with this woman I'm in love with. And even though it was already on my mind, now I'm never smoking cigarettes again. That's the thing. I might have one every blue moon. Don't get me wrong. When I say smoke cigarettes again, I'm never ever buying a pack. I'm never ever going 2 days. You know, like.
No. Dimple, you did.
And that's just because she just came against me. She's a good woman. She's like, look, here's my beef with it. Well, she didn't tell me her beef with it. She's like, here's my beef.
Rufus.
You know, it's not like, oh, She got problems
Ooh,
with
can it?
smoking
Oh,
cigarettes,
Adish.
you know. And I'm like, shit, I understand. Actually, I don't want uh, so I'm like, no more. Never again. Never again.
Yabsani? Prida. Uh,
But like I said, she convinced me to do it for me. When she was talking to me, I didn't like. This is why I love her. It started off as a whole thing, wanting to make sure my best friend is okay. And sometimes I get lost in her eyes. But when she speaks from the heart, she speaks truth. I feel that shit. And she explains some shit, and the way she explained it, I didn't hear her as my best friend. I didn't hear her as the woman I'm in love with. You know, I heard her speak to me with a daughter's energy. I'm like, oh shit, I got a daughter. You know, I don't want my daughter to feel like that. So I gotta do better. And like, that's not
oh.
the first time that, you know, she spoke to me like that. As my best friend. The reason I'm such a good guy when it comes to women is because I've heard some of the worst stories from her when it comes to dating. Made me ashamed to be a guy at times. Like, for real. And I'm like, I'll never treat a woman like that. Because once you see somebody you love hurt from bullshit like that, you don't want to spread that hate, that hurt. Why the fuck is everybody up at 3 o'clock in the morning? Why the fuck at 4 o'clock in the motherfucking morning, everybody up? Dad, what the fuck are you doing? Huh, Dad? What the fuck are you doing? Working the fuck out. Like, I'm working this shit out. Why the fuck is she outside playing on the goddamn... Oh, I'm about to lose my shit. Right? Just up early. That's about how early I woke up. I went to bed early as shit. You're tired. Go ass to bed. Got school in the morning. Nah. Your sister gonna kick your ass. You need something to do. Give me 2 seconds. You, jackass, get off the treadmill. I did half my workout today. I did half my workout at work. I did 50 push-ups and 35. No, I did 35 push-ups and 50 sit-ups, normal sit-ups. Said I was gonna finish. I really don't feel like it. Dang you. Since she up and she got energy. You take your ass to bed because you ain't got no energy. Okay, that's weird. Just need to think about it. But yeah, she I'm like I'll never want to hurt a woman the way I've seen her hurt. Now I don't want to put any woman through that. So thankfully,
Brownie.
I had a great best friend. Unfortunately, my best friend had to go through all of that.
Joy.
Unfortunately, my weak ass couldn't do shit about it. That shit make me feel weak. When you see somebody you love go through shit and you can't help them, that make you feel weak.
Oh, Cardul.
It just really
Carnoosh.
I'm about to be strong.
Nibor. Yeah. Still me.
Cause he's
Jump in the joy.
but I know I've matured.
Oh,
Like I said, I wanted to. She's been all types of bitches all night. I don't think after today, I don't think she's gonna be anything but a bitch. And this is from a person that, like I said, is trying to do his best to respect women.
Baby growl.
Bruga.
Listo.
Yeah, I
Check
think she loves me. But that's not my fault. She earned her way into that category.
Apollo Chaba? Mesca?
Touch her. I thought we had some entry. Entry.
Dimpa your dish.
Alright, we left out the food. Thank you. I know somebody said it somewhere. I appreciate it. So I'm trying out here, y'all. I'm just dealing with a lot right now. Like, it's not a lie. I'm still trying to hold on to hope that the woman I proposed to think about it and then, like, yeah, sure. Oh, that's fine. I have no beef with that.
Ovalada.
um, I'm really, 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 really hoping for that. Like on a scale of 1 to 10. What the fuck? I'm hoping it happens. Like, I'm trying not to put no hocus pocus mumbo jumbo on her and pray on it too hard. You know? But I know it won't be easy. It took me months to get there. To like, for sure, feel like I'm gonna do it. But I knew it actually, oh my gosh. I don't even want to talk about it. Because you'll be like, your ass ain't got no sense of a timeline. I'm like, yeah, I do. I sent her the timeline. Like, look, here's how it happened for me. You know? Take your ass to school. Why do I have to tell you to go to school? Alright, they should already know to go to school. No, you missed out. Take your ass to school. So, I'm hoping. I'm hoping. I'm still holding on. Really. And then I'm quitting. So that's gonna give me the chills and irritations of the nicotine withdrawal. Uh, on top of that, I'm very alone. Like, I'm not alone, but I'm lonely. You know, if that makes sense. Uh, when I say I'm not alone, but I'm lonely. Uh, I take care of people. My job is literally to take care of people. Take care of the old man. Take care of, no, take care of people. That's literally my job. So, like, I don't have anybody that cares for me when I come home. I don't have anybody to talk to. That's why this is my safe space. I don't have anybody to hug. I don't have anybody that misses me when I come home. You know. So it's like it sucks. Why do I gotta tell you to cry? Like, I wanted to go to work with him. Shit.
Erishoob.
So to give so much all the time, I have to yes, all day. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir. Sure, I can do that for you. And all the shit all day. Like, I don't have that when I come home. I don't, I don't have at least a hug. Like, how was your day? So, it makes me feel alone. I don't live alone, but it makes me feel alone. Add on the fact that it's getting cold. uh, I'm not a social person. I got too many uh, what the fuck? Okay. I thought I chose to play as him. Why the fuck aren't you at school? It said you went to school. This game tweaking. 8 a.m. to 3 p.m. So you know what that means. Do lab work all day.
Kapuna. Amudio.
So it irritates me. It irritates me a lot. Shut up. Uh, just my life right now. I'm I'm really holding on hope. So today, like she asked me to stop texting her a few days ago. I'm probably on the block list, but I'm not being able to let go right now because even though she hates the fact that I'll say this if she heard me, that's not what she wants. To be honest. That's not what she wants. I know it's not what I want, but 20 years of friendship, 15 solid years of friendship. I'm gonna start doing the heavy activity. And I've been there through thick and thin, ups and downs. She's been there for me through thick and thin, ups and downs. 15 years. Easy. So I like to believe I'm qualified to read her. And she like, no, you're not. You don't know me. You don't know nothing. Like, that's fair too, because I can't always assume I just know you. Somebody don't want me to talk about this shit. People just You know, because my earpiece keep coming out every time I move. My earpiece come out, so somebody don't want me talking about it. But like, I believe I know her enough. It was confusing for me too. The feelings were confusing, so I get it. Do you know why the feelings were confusing for me? Of course, you guys don't know. That's why I'm going to tell you. It was confusing for me because pause. The way our friendship is set up. Uh, so
Dag.
okay. Because I gotta explain this the way it just made sense to me. It made sense to me. Take out this ponytail. Shit. Uh, so, as friends, being there for each other, strictly friends, nothing more, nothing less. Being there for each other. We've been there for each other during very bad times of relationships. Right? So, right now, like it took me a while because when I was thinking about proposing and I was going through and processing my emotions, a lot of times, like, I found out my sadness came from the fear of losing her. I didn't want to lose her. That's where my sadness came from when I thought about it. When I thought about it, I heard my daughter's voice, my daughter's mother's voice in my head. That bitch. I heard that bitch head in my head a lot. And I'm like, I don't love this bitch. I don't care for this bitch. Fuck this bitch. Why is this bitch voice in my head? Then it clicked. Because, like I said, she's been there for me through some of my worst times. So when I think of all the good, like how she made me feel happy, how she helped me process things logically, how, you know, the sound of her voice just, it's all amazing. And I'm like, why do I hear my daughter's mother's voice though? I'm like, duh, because she's been there for me through it all. Part of that is the reason why I love her. But it's like inside out. The good comes with the sad and the frustration because that's just how it's all tied up. You get what I'm saying? She's there for me when I'm going through shit when I was going through shit with girlfriends. So when I think about all the reasons I like her, I think about those bad times. You know? And I be like, part of me like, man, fuck these bitches. But it's not fuck these bitches. It's fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. Fuck that bitch. The reason I don't feel this way about this woman is because she's a good woman. She's been in my corner. She's been helping me fight. She's my guiding voice. She's been my Gemini, you know, my Patronus, whatever. Like, she's really been there for me through a lot. So, when I think of the good, I have to cipher through all that negative. Like, the only time I cry when it comes to her is thinking about her not being there. Not that she haven't broke my heart once or twice, you know. You don't
Yeah.
you don't go through this many years with somebody and not have any any beef at all, you know, because nobody's perfect. I'm glad she has, because there was a point where I'm like, ah, even through it all, you know, do I love her? How much do I love her? Like, well, have y'all ever been through anything to be like, you know, like, yeah, the X, Y, Z, and I'm like, after the Z, I thought there was no coming back for us. And then I saw her face. Now I'm a believer. I couldn't leave her if I tried. Like, for real. You know, because if we ain't never had any falling out, then we're just trying to overcompensate and just being friendly for the sake of being fucking friendly. Right. We walking on eggshells. We can't be ourselves with each other. Like, we have disagreements and all that stuff, you know. Sometimes I'm like, that sucks. And sometimes she's like, that sucks. You know, but that don't mean that I don't respect her decision or shit. So, I love her to death. You know, there was two questions after realizing, like, after clearing through my emotions. After clearing my emotions, there was two big questions. And the question was, if we do get married 15 years down the line, if she cheated, would I end the marriage? Would it just be over? No questions asked. You know? And I'm like, I don't think I'll be able to. I'll be mad. But to be like, it all depends on the reason you cheated. You know? If you just like, oh, I'm an Asian lady. Not Asian, aging. I am an aging lady, and I just wanted to know if I still had it. I can't even be mad at you at that. You know, not that it's an excuse, like, oh, you could do that all the time, you know, because consistent behavior is just that, consistent behavior. But would I be like, you know, it's not necessarily a deal breaker. The second question was, if she said no, would I not want anything to do with her? And the answer to that was no, that's not the case. I'll be hurt, but I still want her in my life. That's how I knew it was love, not just infatuation. I expected her to say no. I was hoping she didn't. Honestly, if she would have said yeah, it would have been a fucking dream come true. You know, like I see The Incredibles. I see proud family, like my wife and kids. You know, when I look at her, I don't see anything less than that. So there's no way, there's no way of no man to me that I don't want her in my life. It just, it's just a no. You know, there's no way it's like, oh, that we going to happen. Or, you know, it's no way it's a, you dead to me, bitch, type of deal. Because if that's the case, then I don't love her. I can't fix my face to say I love her. You're not going to use your magic? I can't fix my mouth to say I love her if that's all it takes. Like, I love her. And then I got unconditional love for her too. You know? What I mean by love her, like I said, ah, okay, let me put it like this. Outside of my mother and my daughter, knock on wood, if something were to happen to her, I would be devastated. There's my mother, there's my daughter, there's Heather, there's Maya, and then there's my brothers. And then there's my grandmother. Well, then there's my father. And then there's my grandmother. That's the order of importance of people in my life.
Tiaga. Yes. Rude. Rotama. Jerk. Meep. Oh, Tiaga. Yes. Yes.
So that's how important she is to me. I don't give a shit about my daughter's mother.
Lord Kufa.
If she fell off the face of the earth today, the only reason I'd be sad is because my daughter don't have a mother.
Balanev. Oh,
And that's fucked up. I never thought I'd say some fucked up shit like that. Because I try not to think like that intentionally. I try not to think like that. Oh, shit. Kids, front and fucking center. So, ain't nobody did no goddamn homework. So, it's they broke the mold when they made her. If I don't ever get to love her again, thankfully I got to love her once. That's how I feel about it.
Fellow Yippa.
At least I got to love her once. Even if it was for a moment in time. That shit, it don't mean anything to anybody else. It mean the world to me.
Oh. So.
If I never got to love her, it'd have been a travesty. When I say love her, it's a lot more than just the physical, which I'm glad I got to love her physically. But best ever. Anyway, that's not the point. The point is, I got to spend time with her kids, my kid. We all got to spend time together. And shit like that mean the most. I got to see her smile. I got to see her smile for 20 years, yo. 20 plus years. I got to see her smile. That's important. Like, sometimes we don't have shit to smile about. And to know that sometimes, that she's down at times, and I still get to see her smile. You're not smiling through the pain, though. You're smiling because you actually enjoy whatever the fuck we had. That means a lot.
Zombo.
But anyway, I'm still holding on to hope. She's not talking to me right now. I get it. Like I said, it took me a while to process these thoughts, these emotions. Hopefully she reached there faster than I do. She's smart. I think she has a better social circle than I do to help guide her through it. If she wants anybody to help guide her through. She might not. Which just means I'm shit out of luck. Might have to move on anyway. So scary. Sad to think about. I try to tell myself like, cross that line when they cross it. But, man. What you got going, lady? I'm a bit tired myself. Like real life. So, and then on top of that, I have to deal with this fucking Sims family. As you can tell, I kind of have my hands full. He started a new career. She just had a baby, Adam Wesley. She cheated on him around the time she got pregnant. Uh, that's his daughter. She's not her daughter. I mean, she's not her daughter. That's their kid, and then that's their kid. These two are married. So, they've been having a separate space and all that stuff. Trying to figure out what to do about this relationship. That's why they're sleeping in separate beds. For some reason, the game wanted to create manufactured tension. I'm like, dang, you know. What is manufactured tension? I'm so tired. I went to sleep early last night. I went to sleep at like 10 o'clock, 10:30. I got frustrated and depressed, and I just went to bed. And then that means I was up at 4 o'clock in the morning. I didn't go back to sleep. I woke up at 3 o'clock. I didn't go back to sleep till 4:30, 5 o'clock. My alarm went off at 6 o'clock. I didn't start getting ready for work until 8 o'clock. I didn't leave out this bitch till 9 o'clock. I'm supposed to be at work at 9 o'clock. No. It was a hell of a fucking night. I stayed up from 4 to 6, 4:30, 4 to 5:30, 6 o'clock. Thinking about this one. How much I miss her. It's like it ain't even been a week yet. Thanksgiving, well, it's been a week. Been officially been a week since I seen her. Thanksgiving was last Thursday. See what I mean? Time go by too fast. I don't want to wake up one morning or not wake up one morning and somebody got to get that call, we not here. Oh. I don't know what to do. Take your ass to bed. At least you got out the tub. So I don't know what to do. Throw away this bag of fucking fruit. Did I leave that bag of fruit downstairs too? I got another bag of fruit. I just got every day I come home with a bag of fruit. My client, he get Meals on Wheels and he can't eat the fruit. He don't have enough teeth. So he like, hey, you want fruit? Come home with a bag of fruit every day.
Zamoisa.
If I have to accept the fact that this woman won't be in my life anymore, and I have to think about the last encounter we have, it's going to take me at least a year to get over. And when I say get over, like not even get over her, it'll take me a year to move on. Keep replaying in my head like a bad dream. Not even a bad dream, like everything wasn't bad, but it was actually a good night, to be honest. It's only two real bad parts of the night. The no, her laughing in my face and saying no. But like I said, the laugh was expected a bit because just the way it happened. And the hug before I left. She like, no, I don't see us being together or none of this. Even though she took a nice long look at the Marine, she saw a future somewhere. And she told me before she didn't want to go through all of that. So I don't want the gifts. I don't want, I need you to curb your feelings for me. And if I could have, I would have. So I'm like, I know it might be the last time I see her. Just because she going through shit too. But I honestly couldn't help it. I still can't help talking about her and feel the way I feel about her. And I'm like, baby. I'm like, this might be the last time we see each other. So hug me like you mean it. She didn't necessarily give me a strong hug. Then she really loosened up her grip. So the thing I'm going to remember about the last time we hung out is that weak ass hug. Which makes me believe she want to see me again. But it's a possibility. We getting older. Look, my life is very fucking stressful. Every other day I have chest pains. I'm afraid I'm going to die of a heart attack before I reach 40. Even though I try to keep my health up and everything. My life is very fucking stressful. Going through that, if y'all knew the chest pains I had through that. Oh my lord. But I've almost died a total of like 2, 3 times. I'm not a gangbanger, I'm not none of that shit. But I've been shot at. I've been in car accidents. You know, and like, thank the Lord. I've watched so many people, I don't say watch like I murdered motherfuckers, but, you know, so many people have died within the past few years. Like, I almost thought I heard her yelling at the kids. I don't know. Just like I said, there's my daughter, there's my mother, and then there's her. In the list of people who die, I'm gonna be crushed. Like I lose part of myself. Mother, daughter, her. To not have her in my life. It's fucking crushing. That weak ass hug. That's all I can think about is that weak ass hug. Like, I want a good hug all the time. I want you to hug me like you will never see me again all the time. You know? You know what really helped with this change of thought too? Niggas getting killed by the police. Left and right. The last time I got pulled over, I'm surprised they didn't try to fuck my black ass up. You know? I got pulled over. I was talking reckless to they ass. Like, if you can you can hear, nigga. But that's because I got tired of getting pulled over and you know, driving while black. End of the day, I'm always gonna be black. So I was like, fuck that shit. That's why I stopped driving for so long. Not that I ain't got no money to be like, oh, let me clear up my license. You know, it's not like I can't take care of that shit. I can easily do that shit. That ain't a motherfucking problem. The problem is the fuck. Nah, Battle Cat is housebroken. And we got tons of doggy doors throughout this bitch. For Battle Cat to need to go inside. Every place in here has a dog door. Even on the inside, every room has a dog door. Why? Because Battle Cat and Bat Kitten are a guard dog and guard cat. They're familiars that have magical powers. They need to run all through this house to protect the kids.
Gourd fellow, yippa.
Anyway, yeah, never loved somebody so much. And only reason I know it's love is because I didn't try. I didn't try to fall in love with her. She didn't try to make me fall in love with her. She probably put the moves on me once or twice. But to be like, she tried to make me fall in love with her, I can't say that.
Ooh. Ah. Oh, dag.
She ain't going to admit it. What the fuck is this shit?
Just Asuna?
Forb. Getting a new boo.
Once or twice she put the moves on me.
Chipoma.
And shit, I fell for him every time. For real, sis. The first time she put the moves on me, she put the moves on me, mommy. Was the day she opened up to me. Like, when we were younger, I think it was mutual. It was mutual infatuation. There was a lot of flirting then and stuff on both sides. But as an adult, after I've been friend zoned for 15 years, she put the moves on me. She invited me over for dinner with the family. Got me a little tipsy, a little tipsy. We end up having deep conversation. And she like, shut up, don't tell nobody. I tell nobody what? She this. Oh. And it took me so long to realize she put the moves on me. Like, you know, I'm like, fluked. It was a fluke. What's wrong, woman?
Napsa.
No, like, I'm tripping. She was just in a mood. Turns out, I don't know. I'm like, hopefully I'm just not a rebound guy at that point. For a second, I did feel like that, like a rebound guy. And that's what made it so much harder to just be casual about it. I know too much. You know too much. I've loved you from a distance for too long just to be casual. Then she broke my heart. And I was like, fuck that bitch. Never again. I'll never, ever, ever, ever. Ooh, it's her on the phone. Hey, how you doing? What the fuck happened? I needed to do it for me, for my kids. I forgive you. I can accept that. Then I fucked up And I'm like, she'll never forgive me. Then I saw her face and I asked for forgiveness. Forgetting that she did me dirty. But I'm like, damn, I'm gonna marry her. Hopefully I marry her. Not that I'm gonna marry her. Hopefully I want to marry her. Then next time I'm gonna propose. Then the time after that, I'm like, thank the Lord. You know, we made some ground today. Found out her problem isn't with love, it's with loss of love. And, you know, that she's strong enough to deal with love because she need love. She's yearning for love. There's one thing I know. I know my friend, man. There's a certain type of love she's looking for, though. Like, it's not like, oh, I need a relationship love. Unconditional love or forever love. You know, the type of love that really only family could give you. The problem is, I'm not family. So I was hoping that her understanding what she means to me as a friend, what she means to me as a friend, what she means to me as a person, and what she means to me as a woman, and how it all equals up to marriage for me and want forever with her will help her understand that, yes, somebody outside of your family can love you unconditionally, which is true and false at the same damn time, which is why it's so scary. Why is it true and false at the same damn time? Because I love you unconditionally, yes. But still, you know, that don't mean go cheat on me all the damn time. Just because I love you unconditionally. You know? So it's like, it's unconditional, but not unconditional. So it's like, shut your lying ass up, sir. You motherfucking liar. And that's just really part of the reality of trying to understand love. You know, it's something that's hard to understand. What you still doing here? You on your way to school? You still in your pajamas? Get your ass out of here. I don't know, but it's like I really do love her unconditionally, though. You know, just as her man, I don't want her to cheat. You know, but unconditional love, hell yeah, girl. Right. I don't want to hurt you. I never wanted to hurt you. I will never try to hurt you. It got too much history for me to even. I'm just so hurt that she said she felt unsafe. Like, what the fuck? How you feel unsafe? We didn't argue. We didn't do none of that shit. Like, because I set boundaries, and I'm like, I don't want the gifts, and I don't want the romance. No, and I don't want the romance. And you said fuck all those boundaries. So yes, I have a problem with that. Like, look, woman, I need you to understand that for 15 years I hid these emotions from you the best I can. And motherfuckers like, you didn't do a good job. Like, that's a long time to deny a piece of myself. You know, it ruins the experience sometimes. To watch you love somebody else, to watch you get hurt by somebody else. Not that I want to hurt you, but to watch you love, to watch you get hurt. To hear about X, Y, Z, it hurt. Being your friend is one of the most wonderful experiences ever. That don't mean that it don't hurt. So, I was just hoping I could get out my emotions without her flipping out. Like, if you want that friend back, let me get this out. But shit don't matter. So there's that. But it feels like I feel a lot better getting it off. Like, I'd have felt like a coward if I didn't tell her how I feel. If I didn't, not even just tell her how I feel, if I didn't propose. Because honestly, that's what I want. I want marriage with her. You know? Fucking crazy. But it's just, I couldn't not let her know. I couldn't not propose. You know, at least now she gotta take me serious, right? Which is a bit of a problem. Because the disassociation of bad relationships by being her quote unquote friend is what helped the relationship last so long. Because she don't have to associate me with bad relationships. Like, I get that. But unless you were just telling me things to tell me things, don't talk. You remember all those times you told me I was different? Please remember that. You know? Don't tell me 15 years friendship, being there for you, whenever you need, for the most part. Minus one episode I could think of. Being there for you. It's a big one, but wanting the best for you, always giving you good advice. Don't tell me just because I want to marry you that person don't exist. That 15 years of friendship meant nothing. And now because I want to marry you, I make you feel unsafe. Because I make you feel feelings. To put me in the category with people that have hurt you in ways I don't want to speak of, I hate thinking of, that hurts. But today at 12 noon, I sent her the last text message. I sent her the last text message I can. I hesitate and I go through all of that because hopefully it's not the last one I ever send her. But to give her the space she needs and everything, I gotta give her the space. Even if I am on block, I can't just keep texting because I feel like it. I have to accept the fact of what it is. Right now, she just don't want to fuck with me. So while I work through that, finding my daughter's mother and my daughter about weekends, I'm quitting smoking, trying to keep up with my exercise routine. And I'm alone. You guys that don't watch me are the closest things I have right now to friends. And I know half the time y'all like, we don't want to hear this shit. Play the fucking game. Boo, you suck. But this is my safe space. At least I can feel like I'm heard. I can pretend I'm heard. I'm not depressed. Not sad. At least not tonight, thank the Lord. I'm just exhausted. So I need y'all to send me some. Actually, I need y'all to put your hands in the air. I need energy. But I don't need the energy for me. I need it for the woman. Not the woman on The Sims. The woman I'm in love with. My best friend. I need y'all to send her y'all energy. Although she worked from home, she is a mother, a single mother, with this shit on her mind. And kids will drive you crazy. So please send her the energy. Like Goku do, like people do with the spirit bomb. Send her the energy to give her the strength. Anyway, peace, love, and happiness. I just exhausted myself. But it's better than, like I said, especially the past 2 weeks, the chest pains. The motherfucking chest pains. I can't hold it in no more. I'm 36. I don't want to die of a heart attack or a stroke at 36. Please, Lord, no. So I need to talk about this shit instead of holding it in on my chest. Like, I was just like, uh, talk about shit motherfuckers don't know I be dealing with. Like, now that I know for sure, I just let it out the bag that I was stressing about my ex-girlfriend. The one I left in March because she wasn't ready for a relationship. I hit her up the other day, sometime this week, because I was going through the motions. Like, shit, this woman ain't text me back in a few days. Ain't respond to me. Maybe I should just run back to this bitch or something. But I didn't want to run back to this bitch. I don't like that bitch. I don't like her like that. She got a nice body and all, but I don't like her like that. But I hit her up, you know, because my ex, when I was breaking up with her, the last argument we got into about her being out all night, which was the reason I ended up breaking up with her. She like, yeah, I'm pregnant. She hit me with one of those. Every time I break up with a bitch, they hit me with the I'm pregnant. This is why, like, I want women to understand. Like with my bestie, she's like, I'm not ready for no romance and all of this, and I'm working on myself. And like, yeah, I know. But as a man, do you know how many times during rejection we hear a woman say, I'm working on myself, to turn around and see her with somebody in a week? Like, I don't think women understand that type of pain or that hurt from rejection. And I'd rather propose to this woman than let her hit me with that line, I'm working on myself, and have to deal with the silent pain of watching her with somebody else. Because she's my best friend. I want her in my life. I want to live my daily life with her and grow old and all the good stuff. So I will be there through it as much as it hurt. Because she don't owe me anything. But I called up my ex, and like I said, she hit me before we broke up. She hit me with the, oh, having a baby. I'm pregnant. You're the dad. That was March. April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November. That's what, 8 months. December would be 9 months. So I hit her ass up. Like, what's up? How you doing? She's like, I'm cool. I'm engaged. Like, ah, okay, that's cool. How's the kid? She's like, the kids are cool. They're in school. I'm like, I met the one you pregnant with. Shut up. Basically. Like, I'm not going to do that with you today. Yeah, I thought so. Knew your ass wasn't pregnant. You know how I know you weren't pregnant? Because I cleaned up the damn house. I'm not a dumbass. I intentionally leave the bathroom garbage alone. Because you don't flush pads, you don't flush tampons. They got to go in the bathroom garbage. And for 3 months living with you, Never once did I see a pad in there. Never once was it like, oh, she's on her period because the garbage is gone. The only time the garbage disappears is if the garbage is too full. You know, because sometimes women are embarrassed about it at times. Like, I get it, but you don't have to be. So when they gotta change their pads, they take the whole trash with them. You know, and I intentionally sweep out the bathroom, mop out the bathroom, clean that bitch the fuck up, and I would leave that garbage there because I'm looking for pads and all this shit. I ain't never seen a pad. I ain't never seen a tampon. But she said she had the UID or UDI, whatever the fuck you call it. DTP, the PUP, PCP, whatever it's called. She had one of those. I'm like, okay. And again, I never seen any pads or tampons or anything. So I'm at the very least, you had to be pregnant before I got there. So for the past 8 months, I've been dealing with that alone. And then on top of that, dealing with this woman I'm in love with and I want to marry because here she come waltzing back in my life. Yay. All alone. Nobody knows shit. Once I found out, I just brought that out yesterday. I pulled that one out my back pocket. My mama like, what the fuck? You really just don't be saying shit, huh? I know. I don't. Not at all. So, talk about stress and shit that's been on my chest. Uh, Outside of her, there's only one other chick. Like, I always wondered if I have kids out there I don't know about. But there's only one other chick who actually got pregnant, like around the time I stopped fucking with her or we were messing around. But at that time, I stopped fucking with her. And, you know, she had her baby. And I'm all like, hey, lady, now that baby's peppy. I could do math a little bit. It would line up around the time. I wouldn't say it exactly lined up. She's like, no, it's not. It's my boyfriend. I'm like, the one that you said you didn't, that you broke up with, that you said you broke up with. Like, yeah. Okay. Hit her up a few months later. Are you sure? Going once, going twice. Like, yeah, motherfucker, get the fuck out. Okay. So, I'll be 4 years, I'll be 40 with one kid. In all reality, I know y'all like, that's not bad. I'll be 40 with a college student. I know y'all like, that's not bad. But this whole half of my life has been so fucking disappointing. Outside of having a daughter and being the best dad I could be to raise her, everything else kind of sucks. I can't say I have anybody in my life that loved me like that. Like romantically loved me. my career, at least I chose career path. Software developer. I haven't come as far with that as I would like. My job's not bad, but I don't like it too much. As much as I work on the relationship that matter to me, sometimes they get that much worse. I've had to work my way back into my mother's house. People don't know that journey. That, oh my lord. No, I got put out at 18. No, actually, I got put out at. When did I get put out? 21. Uh, yeah, 21. Because I had my 21st birthday here. You know, graduated, a little bit of college, went to Belize, came back, and then I got put out because my mother's boyfriend didn't like me. Stayed here, stayed there, had a kid out of convenience because that's where I was staying. I loved the woman at the time. There was, I'm not gonna act like there was no feelings there, but long story short, it was out of convenience. Uh, Convenience and inconvenience. By that time, I had already dealt with an abortion and a miscarriage with my former girlfriend. She had a miscarriage of twins. She like, look, you left me here knocked up. I'm like, why the fuck you ain't never tell me? Like, because I didn't want you to feel obligated to come back. But while you were gone, I had a miscarriage. Devastated. That chick asked me to marry her. And I told her no because she deserved to be proposed to. And all she heard was no. So that's how that relationship ended. Then I ended up with this chick because I was devastated and I'm on the rebound. And then I got kicked out of my mother's house because her fucking boyfriend didn't like me and he lied on me. And at the time, all my mother saw was that I abandoned her to go to another country with my father. So she ate all that shit up. So here I am thinking I'm coming home, and there is no home for me here. At this point, I'm a nomad, staying on this person's couch, staying with this family member, end up staying with my daughter's mother and her mother. Got this bitch pregnant. End up having a kid, and her mother put me out because I was on vacation one week. That's when I was working at UPS. And I'm like, I'm on vacation. My daughter's probably like between 3 and 6 months at this time because she just started daycare. I'm like, she could stay with me. This my baby. If I'm home, she don't need to go to daycare because I'm here. I'm a parent. I want to be that good dad. I want to be the dad that I wish my dad was. And her mother was like, if you don't take her to daycare, you could get the hell out of my house. I guess I'm going to be getting the hell out your house because this is my child. If I don't take a stand now, you're going to always think you have authority over my child over me. Fuck that. Fuck you think this is, bitch? I will be getting out your house then. End up going back to my mother's house. Because I had nowhere else to go. I had no choice. I was already bitched before I left. If you want to talk about walking on eggshells and being a bitch, oh my lord. So, yeah, I'm giving y'all my whole life story. Shut up. It ain't even my whole life story. But that shit, man, that shit just tell this bitch, I'm like, look, me and your mother beefing. After you get off work, come over here, spend at least an hour or two here. Because after work, I was picking up my daughter from daycare. I'm just doing what dad's supposed to do. Bringing her to the house, homework, food, quality time, etc. She like, I don't want to do that. And we had an argument we were arguing about that for like a week. I'm like, we need to spend time as a family. Just, you got to pick her up from work. You pick her up after work anyway. So just spend an hour or so here. She's like, no, I'm not doing that. You know, you come over here. Why you can't spend time over here? Like, you know why. And mama just put me out. We beefing a little bit. Actually beefing a lot because it got a little disrespectful in there. You know, like, this is my child. You can't tell me shit. End of the day, you're her grandmother. You're not her mother. You're not her father. And she didn't want to do that, so we started beefing over that. And then one day we having an argument about that, and she like, that's why my ex came over to see if she was his and this and that. Like, yeah, that was the first time I left that bitch. But you know, it's that bitch. Life ain't been easy for me. So after that, this other bitch, what I do, run into the arms of this bitch, some other bitch I knew from a while back. And this bitch talking about she having my baby. One of the most stressful 9 months ever. Turns out the baby wasn't mine. Like, I knew that baby wasn't mine. It just, my life wasn't easy after that. I got shot at after that. Car accidents and dealing with death and depression. And just, it was so much. So fucking much. Till I finally decided, fuck this shit, I'm gonna get my shit together. Fuck what anybody say. At the very least, I'm gonna get it together for me. And that's exactly what the fuck I did. Life ain't easy, man. Stress. Stress, stress, stress. But anyway, I'm out of here. I've exhausted myself. I am going to try to watch Blue Beetle again. Peace, love, happiness, everybody. I'm out of here for real this time. GG. Good game. Gab Games. GabGames.com. Talk about it.